When Rick collected Jay from the car repair shop, Jay was carrying groceries for dinner. "The V-dub will be ready first thing tomorrow, and I bought food to make chop suey." Jay expounded on his knowledge of Oriental cooking, explaining the difference between chop suey and chow mein. "Typically, the same stir-fried meat, vegetables and sauce. It depends on if you want a tropical crop like rice to make chop suey or winter crop using wheat to make noodles for chow mein." Rick nodded, realizing Jay had analyzed the climates to make his dinner selection. Rick was more interested to see how creative Jay was at cooking on their single hot plate in the accommodation. Jay's culinary skills were going to be pitted against the electronics of the hot plate. They picked up Elaina and Priya after they had finished their back-to-back yoga demonstrations. Several campers who were washing their clothes at the laundry had joined the class, as well as a few teenagers of parents who were resting. "Sorry we have to camp out with you both," Priya said, "but it will be nice to be in a warm bed. I wasn't dressed right for Tasmania." The chop suey meal was eaten with chopsticks. Priya was more adept at this than the others. Rick was amazed. "Jay, I wouldn't have believed you could make something this good on a single hot plate, unless I saw you do it." Elaina took 4 cards from her backpack. "I have a surprise activity after we've washed up the dishes." She laid the tickets for the Port Arthur ghost tour on the table. "Oh my gosh," Priya exclaimed. "I've heard about this. People actually see ghosts on this tour." Rick and Jay exchanged glances. They were both well-trained in science, Rick in microbiology, physics and chemistry, and Jay in marine biology, geology and earth sciences. Although worldwide people claim to have seen ghosts or semi-transparent shapes, science has been unable to prove or disprove their existence. However, see-through translucent socks were making a comeback in fashion circles. "Well, I'm interested in the storytelling," Jay said, "though I doubt they'll have things jumping out of closets or passing through prison walls." The 90-minute walk started with the handing out of oil lanterns and an introduction. The group of 15 stood outside the roofless church and listened to the man dressed in black trousers and a long black rain jacket. Professor Severus Snape of the Harry Potter series had come to Port Arthur. Drew Damon spoke quietly, but dramatically, about the 1,100 people who died and were buried at Port Arthur during its 47-year history as a penal settlement.
"It is often said that the spirits of those who have died at Port Arthur have never left the penal colony,"
Drew said. His black hair, cut to shoulder length, seemed to disappear into the darkness of the night.
"Since the 1840s, ghost stories have been told and retold about Port Arthur and continue to this day. From its early days, these stories have been collected and added to Port Arthur's haunted reputation of the supernatural events that have occurred. There are things people have seen here. You will hear about many strange, unusual, and unexplained incidents that have been witnessed. Let the glow of the fire in your lanterns transport you through the darkness of the night. Carefully listen to the tales of the torturous past. The shrouded history is cloaked with tragic stories you can discover. It's up to you to discern if the tales are true."
"I like his script," Jay whispered to Rick. "Shh," said Priya to Jay while squeezing Elena's hand. Elaina could feel Priya's palm sweating.
"Whatever you do, don't let your lantern extinguish,"
Drew cautioned, and he took a deep breath while a few of the group checked their lanterns.